Hello boys and good afternoon. We're coming to the end of our Easter holidays and I hope whatever you've been doing you've had a really lovely time and you've helped Mummy and Daddy and your families also enjoy their time. Your teachers are going to be looking forward to welcoming you back to school very shortly. But before they do, I thought I'd like to read a story to you. This story is taken from a very well-known book. It's called Aesop's Fables. Now, Aesop was a very special man. We think, because he lived an awfully long time ago, we think he was a slave, but he was a very, very good storyteller. He lived about 2,500 years ago, and we think he lived in Greece. And he wrote a lot of stories called fables. And fables are ways of telling us stories that give us really valuable lessons on how to be a good person. So when you listen to this story, it's a story about a lion and a mouse. And when you're listening to it, try and think to yourself, is this story telling you a valuable lesson on how you can be a really, really good person? I hope you enjoy it. One hot afternoon, Lion lay snoozing happily in the shade of a tree. Suddenly, he felt something running over his nose. He opened one eye and saw it was a tiny mouse. Furious at being woken, he waited his moment, then he flashed out his great paw and caught the mouse by the tail. "Oh, please," squeaked Mouse. "I didn't mean to wake you. Let me go, please. I'll pay you back one day. I promise." Lion roared with laughter. "You repay me? A little tiddly thing like you? How could such a puny creature be any use to a king of beasts like me?" "Please, great king," cried Mouse, "don't eat me." Lion yawned and thought about it. He was too sleepy. "Oh, well, if you insist. After all, you wouldn't make much of a meal, would you? Off you go, and be careful whose nose you walk on in future." It was not long after that Mouse and Lion met again. This is how it happened. Lion had gone off hunting at dusk. He was stalking through the trees, following a herd of zebra, when he happened to spring into a hunter's trap. A great net came down on him and held him tightly. He roared and raged, but in spite of all his great strength, he could not break free. His roaring echoed through the forest, so that everyone heard him, and everyone knew that the lion was in trouble. Mouse heard him too, and he was a mouse of his word. Off he went, as fast as his little legs would carry him, to see if he could help. It wasn't long before he came across Lion, still caught up in the net, still roaring and raging. "Don't worry," said Mouse. "I'll soon have you out of that." And he began to nibble at the ropes of the net, one by one, until, at last, Lion could break free. "There you are," said Mouse. "I told you I'd pay you back, didn't I?" "A little tiddly thing like you helping out a king of beasts like me," Lion replied. "Who'd have thought that was possible?" "Everything is possible," said Mouse. "Goodbye, Lion." And off he scampered, away into the long grass. Kindness is more important than strength. Goodbye, boys.